Alright everyone, hey, long time no see. I know it's the holidays and all what coming up. I got something finally in the mail. I have gotten myself a new lightsaber. This is from the Vader's Vault, Sabersmiths. So I will kind of be doing like a little bit of unboxing. This is not really true unboxing because I already unboxed it to look at the product, make sure everything was there. So I'll be going over some of the things about the lightsaber, what came with it, and a little comparison of the other ones that I have. So I guess without further ado, I'll shut up. So I already cut it, opened it up to make sure it was what I asked for and whether or not it turned on. So this is definitely a very, very nice hilt. This is the Wrap Havoc. I think there's a couple different designs. This is the heavy weathered design. I believe there's like the regular pristine, a light, a heavy, and then there's a relic version, which I really wanted to get the relic version, but the Sabersmiths at Vader's Vault told me if you're going to be kind of like wielding around or actually wearing it and doing like cosplay or even doing dueling or anything like that with them, not recommended for the relic version, only because the relic rust can actually chip off and then kind of ruin it. So if you are looking for a really cool display piece, definitely look at the relic design, because it's really cool looking. It's kind of like a rust effect, kind of like a lightsaber that's been kind of lost in time and then found again. I definitely recommend it for people who like the Sith side. Sith has a really rich history. Some of the great books out there, Darth Bane series, really got me into looking at the Sith aren't just like the bad guys. They have their own like cool culture and their own really cool way they bring up their fighters and their warriors and inquisitors and stuff like that. And it'd be a really good piece if you like Sith, because Sith usually hand down their lightsabers. That's why their crystals are synthetic, because over time they just kind of hand down fallen warriors or find relics of fallen Sith and bring them and give them to their acolytes, etc., or ones who pass. So nice weight to it. As you can see, you can't really tell too much, but it is actually small, a lot smaller than an average hilt that you might think of, and a lot thinner. This is I think a battle design. I can't remember off the top of my head. I opted for the D-ring for the classic Luke Skywalker D-ring hookup. They have the CoverTech wheel if you want that. I don't like the CoverTech only because of the fact that it reminds me of episode 1 through 3, which it's episode 1 through 3, and I kind of want to go back to the old style of the Luke Skywalker type lightsabers. Very cool. This is a very nice leather. Very cool weathering effect right off the gate. So let me turn it on for you. I turned it on once, so hopefully it'll be awake. So that's activated. So hopefully you can hear that. My camera isn't the best camera in the world. Really great sounds. Kind of gives you chill when you first activate it. I have the white glow effect when activated. Very bright. You can see that like almost flares up the whole camera. I have my white halogen light. Alright, sorry about that. I checked my camera to make sure I had full battery for this, but I totally forgot to check the card to see if it had memory or space. Alright, I'm back though. So let me turn that back on again. So again, super bright. I'll put the blade on later. I just want to show you the effects here. I'll get a little closer too, and then turn off. Very nice. Very good fade when it turns off like that. It's not an instant, it's just kind of like I'm turning it on, turning it off, kind of like a flashlight. So let me see if I can get a little closer for you guys. Turn this puppy back on. Let me move this a little bit. So you can see that weathering job, that glow right there. And here's, I guess, where the soundboard stuff is. I haven't got to play around with that yet, but you can change the different lighting effects and the different sound effects. I think it comes with 3. It looks like it's kind of got like a pulse on it too, a little bit. Some effects there. So I'm gonna put my camera back down here. I have flash on clash white. I guess it has a lockup too and some other stuff. Let me see if I try it. So I guess when... Oh, God. And then I guess here for this, when it's activated, you can hold that down, so... Blaster bolt deflection. Alright, I'll turn do a little intermission here real quick, and I'll go through some of the colors. Alright, so I have the RGB version, which means I can change the colors. Again, I'll put the blade on so you can see a little bit better. Actually, let me put it on. I was just trying to see if I could, you can see the kind of like the RGB here, in between here. And it's not going to really show you too well, so let me put the blade on real quick. The blade itself, well, let me show you some other stuff it came with, right? So it came with a charger, which is nice for the batteries. It's a nice little bonus. Little charger here. Nice Allen key, hex key. And it came with the blade. Again, I'm going to show you some differences between the other sabers too. Nice little dust cap for it. It looks like it's the nice reflective type. So let me open this up real quick and put this puppy on and show you some of the different colors. And hopefully some of the again, I looked at the video once of the how to use your new Vader Vault lightsaber, because the soundboard and stuff inside of it comes with 3 different types of soundboard, different types of sound fonts. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off. I'm gonna put this on real quick. So basically, when you put the blade in, most let me get the camera to focus on. Kind of have that like screw piece right there, that hex key. You just kind of unscrew it. Most sabers have that, at least that I have and own. You basically unscrew it so it comes out, put the blade in, screw it in tight so the blade doesn't come out, and you're good to go. So let me turn this back on. It should be on yellow or orange. So again, very hard to tell. Let me, it does have a pulse effect on it as well. Let me start cutting the lights here real quick. It's not full dark in here, so mind that. It does have a pulse effect. You can kind of see it a little bit when it's a little bit more idle. See, it kind of glows in, glows out, a little pulse effect. This is yellow. The blue looks like you can see that pulse effect a little bit better. Cyan or whatever blue. Nice green. That's more blue. You can see that a little bit more blue. This looks like orange or red. That was a little orange. This is more red. Again, I'll turn off the light. Purple. Back to yellow. Back to the sand. Kind of like that. Kind of closes in on itself. Alright, now it's dark in here, so let me show you. I can barely see the thing here. Alright, let me find it here. So basically I'm hitting that auxiliary key button and the actual button here. Same time we'll change the color. It's green. That's the blue, like blue, straight up royal, I guess blue. Now, hard to tell if that's actually an orange or a red because I hit it one more time and it kind of gets a little brighter red. So I think that's kind of more of an orange. This is a like a crimson red. Back to purple. Very hard to see. It's very bright. Back to that yellow. Again, hard to see. It's almost coming up orange on my camera. It's very bright. And then the sound. Green. Blue. Orange. I'll put it back to my crimson red. Alright, I'm going to try to activate the different sound fonts that this comes with. So let me see here. While it's off, I'm supposed to be able to hold this down. Okay. It's here, it sounds a little different, that lockup. Sounds more staticky. I guess more of a static effect on that one. Alright, so that's loaded. You can hear that hum a little bit more kind of effect. You can hear that when that blaster bolt effect kind of hits it, you can kind of hear like almost like an entering the blade and exiting. Listen, kind of effect on this one. Sounds a little deeper. You can hear that lockup effect a little deeper, almost electronic sounding. I think that's the first one. Back to the first one. Yeah, almost more of a snap hiss on that one. I like this one the best. You can hear that very sharper sound at the end when that that bolt coming, that laser blade, or can't speak. The blaster bolt hitting it, kind of coming back, sounds a little sharper. Listen. I like that one. It sounds more aggressive. That saber clash sounds like a lot of more force is kind of pushed up against the blade. We're talking about a sci-fi type sound effect, but you can kind of get that feel of it. It feels like a lot more force is pushed up against that, making that friction against the plasma blades. so now I'll do a little comparing here, comparing and contrasting a little bit here. So it's very more low profile for this, the button especially, which is very nice, and I like the effect here, the little LED coming activating on this thing. Very loud. I don't know if my camera's picking it up very well here. Very loud. Pretty bright. I like brightness is good. I like the weathering effect's really nice. Again, this is slimmer, sleeker. It's smaller, which means the blade's going to look smaller as well. Again, I'll do some comparing and contrasting here. So here's the very nice though. Very nice. I like it. This is my first lightsaber hilt that actually has a sound effect and all the cool bells and whistles, which is I'm impressed and I like it. Great little present coming in the mail here for me. Alright, so let me give you this is my first one I ever got this is the Dominatrix 2 version 2, I think. So as you can see, compared again, this is like the first one I ever got. I think it was like 80 bucks. I got it because I wanted more of a hardcore dueling type blade, and it is very good because it's low profile. There's no really anything get in your way. Good grip, really nothing to it, so it's nice and sleek. It'll take a bang. You won't have to worry about it. Again, I haven't really hit this against anything, but it's very solid. Looks well made. Doesn't look like it's gonna break. It's got the sound effects, so it's good. It's part of the combat class for his website, VADER'S VAULT, so it should do good with dueling. So anyway, this is the original one, first one I got. You can put a soundboard and all that stuff in there and get more upgrades and stuff like that. The button is pretty low profile. As you can see, it kind of comes up here, but this is like a button guard. The button itself here is right here. I don't have any batteries in it. I'll tell you why later. Nice machine job. Here's the pommel unscrews right here. I haven't unscrewed this one yet. Don't need to. Batteries in there. Don't really need to change anything in there. Can't really see right here, but here are the two pins. There's two of them. I'm not too sure about this one. I don't need to ever take that one out. But this is, oh, I guess that is the one. Okay, maybe there's two pins, but this is the one that you unscrew for putting in the actual blade. It's a little heavier, but you can see why it's a little thicker as well. You can see the size right here, a little bit difference there. The buttons almost come up to the same size, but you can see the blade probably sits around here. This blade probably sits around here. But you can see the size of the hilts are different. And let me get down to the blade end size here. You can see it's about I would say maybe another 7 inches out. So it is definitely longer. And then this is Ultrasabers, by the way, Ultrasabers. Again, if you want just to do some dueling and stuff like that, 80 bucks. It's not gonna break ever. Well, it might break, but it's gonna be hard to break. It's very bright. This one's very bright. No sound effects or anything like that in there. It's like 80 bucks. Well, it was when I got it. So pretty good if you just want to smash things real hard, and it's got a blade for just maybe some practicing stuff like that. This is good for a really good display piece, and I haven't really hit this against anything or anything like that, but it's part of the combat class, so it should be able to. You can see here, this one looks like it has some kind of silver, a little bit, I don't know too much, but kind of like filament inside. This one has almost a sheet of filament in there. This is a dueling grade blade as well, but it has a sheet of filament, so I think that's what helps it make this piece brighter. Now let me get to the this is SaberForge, this one. Now this one I got, it's 2014, so in case this video is old, 2014. This was back maybe 2010, maybe this was 2011. So you can kind of see the dates here. So this one I got because I liked the Desert Warrior I don't think they make it anymore. Basically a hilt. It's kind of like the Desert Warrior effect. Kind of like you're on the desert planet. You kind of have some beads, kind of like a tribal effect. It's got a little leather grip here on the pommel, or on the hilt. It's got two heavy rings right here. This thing is monstrously heavy. Well, maybe like compared to these two, this is the lightest light, and this is like maybe 2 pounds, maybe. That's pretty heavy for a lightsaber that you're going to be maybe practicing with, or even just kind of having as a cosplay piece, or costume piece, or whatever you do. Very cool beads. I like the design. That's why I got it. Here's the D-ring. Not too hip about where it was placed, but it's not bad. I wish it was kind of more placed, maybe here or maybe here. But this is what piece comes unattached. Again, this one can be put in a soundboard, can be put in, and different things can be put inside too. These actually come undone, so you can actually take these pieces out and just have it more sleek if you wanted to. In fact, you can see how it kind of comes up a little bit. I did that. It met flush with the actual inside ring. I kind of pulled it up a little bit so it looks more, you know, in depth, kind of like a more of an emitter piece. This blade is not bright. Again, they're claiming, the SaberForge, in an email, that this was, you know, again 2011-ish, so they might have not had the same amount of oomph when they put their designs in. Maybe a newer company. I don't know the history of SaberForge. They didn't maybe have the right designs. Either way, this does not have any kind of kill key whatsoever. So if you leave batteries in here, this will drain. Again, this is an older model. I don't know what their newer models are. When I sent the email saying that we had the batteries in, and I turned it on maybe like a week later and it was almost dead. They're saying try the kill key. There is no kill key. There is none. Okay, again, older model, don't know if they install kill keys now or what their deal is. But this is the least brightest of them all. Don't know, again, no kill key, so the wiring might be different or whatever, but it will die. So that's just the older model. Don't fret if you want to get a SaberForge lightsaber. It's good. This is definitely a two-hand type type lightsaber. As you can see, I have a slightly smaller average hand, I guess. So you can see if you're going to grip it here, makes sense here, right? Here's the leather piece, so it kind of gives you more grip. Kind of comes down almost, you know, pretty almost halfway down my forearm here. You can see right here. So when you hold it here, so even if you held it lower, let's say like here's my upper grip right here, kind of right under the pommel where the rest is. I'm gonna have to hold it right down here, which kind of hurts the momentum of your twisting. So almost like a little bit closer helps with the twisting, but then you're getting that catch right here a little bit. That's just the design. It's not a very low profile switch, but it doesn't get in the way because of where it's positioned. So it's not that big of a deal. Now let me show you the size comparison again of all the models. This one is by far the largest one, but you can see just because the blade placement of it, that it really doesn't give you that much more reach. But then again, you know. So you can see right here, this was the middle one. Here's the SaberForge one. Here is the, this is SaberForge, ULTRASABERS, VADER'S VAULT. So you can see the big difference right here. The reach is almost a foot, this one, extra. But then again, that's the two-handed, slightly unwielding one. Plus the tassels at the end, because they're so hard, they're beads. If you do like any kind of flourishing or even a strike, they're going to whip back and hit your arm. So it's definitely a display piece, and it's a nice display piece. I like it as a display piece. It's not very good otherwise. It's not very good combat saber. So as you can see, I'll do a little down the row here. You can see the different style of the blades as well. So you can see right here, almost, I'd say 1 to 2.5, almost 3 inches extra for the double-handed, about two inches here for the against the Vader Vault one. You can see all lined up at the back here, the tassels at the end. So there's the comparison here, and you can see this is almost milky. Again, they might have swapped out their blades. Again, this is like a 2011 purchase, 2011, 2012. This was like a 2010, 2011, and this is 2014. This is the Vader's Vault. This is the Ultrasabers. This is the SABERFORGE. Again, different times they might have changed up their style, their smithing, etc. But right now, here's the ultimate run here. Definitely great for a display piece. They have some really cool models for display pieces. So if you do want a display model, I'd recommend personally, in my opinion, get one of their lightsabers as a display piece. Get one of their ones that you really think is a really cool design. Don't get any of the internals. Don't get any soundboards or anything. Get the cheapest gutted out version with a nice glow. And that way the display piece looks really nice. It won't cost you an arm and a leg, because they make some really cool display piece models. Get this one right here. Maybe sound effect board or not, I don't know. Get their highest grade lighting, but get the maybe the cheapest version they have, because this is a really solid. Even though it looks plain, even the plain version looks pretty cool. Really good for choreographing lightsaber fights, or even if you actually duel and stuff like that. Very great piece. It's very solid. You can hit anything with this thing. Really good dueling blade. This, not too sure. It's very hollow. Doesn't feel like it has any flex to it. It feels like this would crack. So again, don't get the, well, you might want to get the better dueling reflective type in there if you want to display it. But don't be, I wouldn't use that for dueling. Again, this is an older model. I want to throw that out there for you guys. Very good piece. This is, I have not dueled with this or anything like that, anything special, just got it. Bells and whistles, really cool effects, really nice built, great sounds. Again, I'm going to hype this one up. This is my newest one. It's very nice. Great sounds that comes with. Nice little snap hiss to it. Nice leather here. This is like, I forgot what type of leather it was. It's like the real leather. You can see it's got a nice shine to it. You can see a little bit of wetness. It looks wet a little bit here, but I think that's just the conditioning, like a conditioning stuff they put on the leather to make it nicer. I like this right here, the LED activation to show it's activated. It's really loud. Nice D-ring. They even weathered the D-ring, which is nice, because you know it would have looked really weird if they had like a very shiny D-ring. Great effects. Again, this is smaller. You can see right here. This is basically literally a one-hander, but you can put your hand up a little bit more for two-hand swings and stuff like that. But very nice, low-profile, one-handed lightsaber. You can put two-hand on it; it would work too. This is definitely a one-hand to two-hand, and that upper one is, you gotta be really strong to swing it accurately. Be tough to take those tassel hits, but definitely a two-handed type lightsaber. So if you like that style, definitely that longer type hilt. Again, this is smaller. I was a little worried about it being small, but it's still nice. It still works. Plus, it gives you that look of the different styles, and they don't all look the same. And where's the, sorry, it's still new, so I don't know where the button exactly is. Again, let me put it down here, and I'll try to get a closer look for you guys. Try not to cast a shadow here as well. Let me get this camera focused here real quick. Because the light's right there. It's inside. Bottom here. D-ring. That leather, you can see a little bit kind of in here. It's like a slightly shiny. It's not wet, but it gives it that kind of like it's been conditioned, which is a good thing to know. That's not just some kind of couch leather thrown on here. There's the button. You can see that weathering effect up in there. This screw, I think, not supposed to touch this one. This is holds, I think, the piece in here. This piece right here. This is the auxiliary switch that helps you change the sound fonts and the effects. This is the bolt key right here for putting in the actual blade here. And I like the window here, windowed emitter part, and the blade itself. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. I like it. It's very nice, very beautiful. That is Vader's Vault. This is the Battle Wrap Havoc. I hope you enjoyed, guys.